Good evening, guys. Sorry, there was a network glitch from my side. I hope now I'm audible. Guys, you can let me know in the chat whether I'm audible or not. Sorry for the delay because there was some network glitch from my side. I fixed it and then only I joined. Oh, okay. Guys, am I audible? People can respond in the chat whether I'm audible or not. So, okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so let's begin with today's session. And people, if you have any doubts regarding the things which we have seen until yesterday, you can let me know in the chat. We'll discuss that first, and then we'll come and see the further things. Okay, so without further delay, I'll start because today there are more topics I want to cover. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to you. Okay, so yes, yesterday we have seen until the coding challenge, right? And also I have given you a homework regarding I asked you people to come up with a logic where we can solve the problem in O of n complexity, time complexity, and O of 1 space complexity. I don't know how many people you have thought of some logic on that. Okay, so let's discuss that answer afterwards, but now let's move on to the strings concept. Okay, so uh, strings is actually, we have already seen what is strings, right? Because as I've already said, if you're going to enclose or if you're going to define a character, then we'll be telling character c is equal to, we'll be telling character c is equal to, we'll be enclosing a single character. It can be an alphabet or it can be a digit or it can be a number. We'll be enclosing it in single quotes, right? Whereas when it comes to strings, strings are nothing but they are sequence of characters which is enclosed in double quotes. Okay, so it is something like you will be using the keyword string, and you will be using string s is equal to, you will be enclosing a sequence of characters in double quotes. Okay, and actually in Java, string is actually considered as an object, and that's why we have given string as an object that represents sequence of characters. And one more thing which you want to keep in your mind is it is actually stored in a special memory area that is known as the string constant pool. Okay, so here this is the string constant pool and it will be stored in the heap area. So for example, here let's say I'm going to define a string s1. Okay, thank you, Mahak. Thank you. Uh, so like we are going to define a string s1 and we are going to assign apple to that s1 string. Okay, and next thing here is we are going to give string s2 and we are going to assign mango to it. And another thing, we are going to create another object apple. I mean string s3 is equal to apple. That time a new string object is not created, but like for apple itself a single instance will be created, and that as I said, it is object, right? So S1 will also be marking to the same context, and S3 will also be marking to my same context. That is what is it is given over here. So when I'm going to create an S1 string of apple, one second, just a minute. Mahak, only you are present, or is anyone also there in the meeting? Because I'm not able to see anyone. That's why. And actually, like, thank you for helping me out, because I thought today I'm going to take some, like a class which will be one side only. Means that only I'll be speaking and there will be no response from your side. I thought something like that. Okay, let's begin. Okay. So here, whenever I'm going to create S1 is equal to apple is stored in the heap memory area. And also whenever I'm going to define S2 as mango is also stored in the string constant pool. Okay. Whenever I'm going to create another object, already I have the apple context over here. So that object will be getting referenced to apple. And here, when I try to get S1 is equal to S2, no, like S1 is not equal to S2, right? Because here it is apple and here it is mango. But if you try to find whether S1 is equal to S3, whether my object S1 is equal to S3, that is same, because both are referring to the same context in the same memory area only. Okay, so this is all about strings. And yes, and there are many things whenever you want to say about a string. Okay, for example, yes, yes. So whenever you yes, whenever you're going to start your interview preparation and all, like, be very clear with the concept of strings, because many questions can be formed by using this strings concept. Okay, and one more thing, in strings also we'll be accessing the elements with the help of indexes only. And a very key thing over here is strings are immutable, means you cannot change or you cannot modify the content of a string which you have already defined. Okay, so strings are going to be an immutable object. Whereas if you want to make your strings to modify, or if you are in a use case where you want to modify your string, or if you want to do any changes to a string, means like you will be making use of either string builder or string buffer. Okay, so every time when I used to code, I'll be making use of string builder only. And in string builder we have many predefined like functions which will be able to apply it in strings. Okay, I would like to show the methods which you have in a string builder class. So string builder in Java, I mean the methods. Okay, see, you are having different methods, and here in this context strings are mutable when you are passing it into a string builder object. Okay, so here you'll be creating something like this: string builder sb is equal to new string builder of, you'll be passing the string which you want to give, and you're having predefined methods. See, you are having uh, in capacity. Okay, not this wait. Yes, you are having here append, insert, replace, delete. You will be able to reverse capacity, a length. Reverse means it reverses the sequence of characters in the string builder. So if you're giving something as JVA Java, when you are giving a string builder dot reverse, it is actually reverse. AVAJ is actually like returned to you. You can find the capacity of your string, okay, the length, the character, and you can also modify. So there are many functions. So be very careful with the substring function. Okay, because you might be making use of it whenever you're going with some brute force approaches, you'll be making use of that. And yes, so one more thing, when it comes to strings, there are many questions which is based on substrings and subsequences. Okay, so be very clear on those concepts. And they'll be they'll be tricking you in strings and arrays concepts, and also be very clear with that. Yes, so if you're making use of string builder, you'll be able to like access many methods. Okay, and whenever this toString is also very important. So whenever you are going to write lead code problems and all, there actually, like, your function will be provided. You are just supposed to write the logic over there. So if your return type is given as string, means only you are supposed to return a string. Okay, you should not suppose you should not like return a string builder object. So that time what you'll be doing is you'll be just calling this toString method. So let me show you an example. Okay, let me show you an example. Yes. So I'm going to give a string. Okay, string input is equal to, let me give my name. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I want to make use of string builder functions. Okay, if I want to print, see here I'm passing it to my string builder object. So I'm creating a string builder object where I'm going to pass my input inside this. Okay, and then if I try to reverse sb.reverse, I can apply. So if I'm trying to give a reverse to string sb, means let's see what happens. I'll try to print. I'll try to print sb. Let's see what happens first, and then I'll try to print my string. Okay. Yes. Okay, it is also getting printed. Okay. So I am just like it will be getting printed. I'm like what to say. Why I'm telling the use of toString function in the sense, like I'm going to write some particular method over here. Okay, so let me write a method over here which is public static string string s capital string reverse. Okay, so I'm going to write a string function which is going to return me a string. Okay, so here I'm giving something like this. Yes. So see, I am writing a method, okay, where it has to return me only a string, and my method name is. So I'm making use of string builder class over here. So with the help of string builder class, I'm going to pass this input inside my string builder object. Okay, and I'm applying some default methods because, as I have already said, we have reverse method in Java, right? So reverse I'm doing, and I'm trying to return my SB. Here I'm demonstrating what is the use of the toString. Okay, toString function. Yes. So here I'm going to make a method call. Okay, so here I'm going to call this method and I'm going to print. See here it is actually raising an error. Why? Because it cannot convert from string builder to string. So whenever your function, you're going to give some method which is going to return a string, and if you're returning a string builder object, it actually produces an error. So in this case only we'll be making use of that function which is toString. Okay, and if you're giving like this, it actually works. Okay, so I'm giving kwrth and it is getting reversed and it is getting printed. Okay, so these are all the things which is about strings. And before getting into the next coding challenge, I just want to tell you people very important things about DSA, because I hope I haven't touched more concepts on DSA in this batch, because usually I used to tell you the resources where you can learn, and today I'll also be covering up with like how to prepare for interviews, and usually what and all the questions which they'll be asking you when it comes for interviews and all. Okay, because you people know you have to learn for cracking interviews, but I think you don't know what and all things you have to learn, because there is only certain areas where companies will be focusing. I mean, actually, it depends on the job requirements. Okay, so I'll also be telling you in a generic way. If you're a college passing student, means you have to be clear on all these things. Okay, so yes, when it comes to DSA, let me tell you the interview pattern now. Now itself I'll tell. Okay, because today I want to wind it up at 8:30. and also like it was late, right? So I'll tell it now itself. Guys, are you ready? Are you, I mean, how is the Josh? Are the people there, or am I talking only to Mahak? Or I just want to know whether you people are there in the call or not. So can we discuss about the interview, I mean, the interview pattern, what and all you have to prepare now, or after completing oops concept can we discuss? Okay. So Prithviraj is telling we can discuss it now, right? Thank you guys. Okay. Okay. Cool. After completing oops, that time only you'll be very tired. We'll discuss it then. Okay. So that time I'll be telling you about DSA, the interview pattern, about the resources, and next thing is LLD. Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. So guys, are you clear with the string concept, right? So now I'll be giving you a coding challenge. Just try to complete it. Let's take a 5 minute. Like I'll be giving you 5 minutes, and you want to come up with the logic. Okay. See, it is a very very simple question. So now itself I have told the method also. I have given a demo on that as well. So next is to check whether a given string is palindrome or not. I think you people know what is meant by palindrome, right? Palindrome means, see, here it is given as Java, right? Your input string is Java ABAJ, right? It is your input string. When you try to reverse it, when you try to reverse the input, again it will be something like this only, right? So when your original input, when your original string is equal to the reversed string, then it is known as palindrome. Okay. So another example also I can give you. I can give something as RECAR. So this is my original input. When I try to reverse it, it is also RECAR. So it is said to be palindrome. So I want first you try, solving a palindrome problem, and then in order to optimize your solution, you have to solve it in the O of n time complexity and O of 1 space complexity. So can you people try the palindrome program? It is very simple. You can make use of any default methods which you have, predefined methods. You can make use of anything you can use. Okay, because here in this concept, after telling the palindrome, I'll be also telling you a DSC approach using which you'll be able to solve it in the required optimized complexities. Okay. Yes. So I need you people to first like solve this particular problem, palindrome problem, and after you people are putting your responses in the chat, then I'll be discussing you the actual DSA approach for solving this. Okay. Guys, are you ready? Mahak, are you doing it? This is quite easy only. Don't worry, I'll complete the DSA algorithm by 7:45. And after that, we'll start with oops. Okay. Mm, after 7:45, oh, till 9 we have, right? Till 9 we have today. Okay. I'll be having time for revising all the concepts. From 7:45 to 8:45, we'll see complete oops. Okay. And from 8:45 to 9, I'll tell about the interview stuffs, and if time permits, I'll tell about. I mean, I'll keep that quiz. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So at 7:37, 7. I'll be giving you 4 minutes. Okay, so you start solving the problem, and we'll resume. Okay. Guys, I couldn't see any response in the chat. Like, are the people trying it out? Okay, so I don't know why you people are not even. Okay, good. Thank you, Sonal. Is palindrome string reverse is equal to, okay? Huh, good, really good. So yes, you can do in this way. So this is something which is known as brute force approach, okay? Because what you're trying to do, you're actually going to initialize, output string, and you're going to traverse from the back side. You're going to traverse the original string, and you will be appending it, and then you'll be checking whether the reversed string is equal to input string or not. This is one approach, okay? And one more approach which you can use is you can use this approach itself, okay? Here itself we have seen. So I'm going to write a method which actually it is going to return me a string value, and with the help of string builder class I'll be reversing it, okay? And I'll be, like here, the reversed input will be hmm, stored in the rev variable, right? Oh, sorry, wait. String reversed is equal to, I'll call the method of input, okay? So I'll be checking if my input is equal to my reversed, then I'll print whether it's a palindrome, else it is not a palindrome. Because of this network glitch, no, like yeah, it's taking some time for me to set up in the class. Okay, yes. So I'll be writing a method which returns me a string, okay, and the returned returned reverse string, I'm going to store in the variable reversed, and I'm going to check whether my input is equal to reversed or not. If it is equal, then I'll be telling it is a palindrome, or else I'll be telling it is not a palindrome, okay? So let me check with the output. Oh, I haven't saved it. Yes, so I'm giving the input over here. I'm giving the input over here, which is which is uh, Kirti. Kirti is not a palindrome. I'm giving RACAR and I'm trying to execute it. And RACAR. Oh, one second. Dot equals. Yes. So here equal to was not working, okay, but I am making use of equals keyword. It can be a question for you why equal to is not working here, and when I was using double equal to, it was not working, okay, it was giving me wrong answer. But when I was making use of this equals method, it was working, because this equal to double equal to symbol, it actually checks the memory address of the two string objects as well. So if both my string object's memory is matching to the same memory only, it will be returning true. Okay, whereas this equals, it is not going to consider my memory references, and it's just going to check me with the characters. Okay, so that's why I'm getting this output. So it is the better approach than what Sonar has given. Okay, and of course here you are making use of some default method. Okay, I don't know why others haven't tried it. So next I'll be introducing you all to a concept, two pointers. Okay, a very very important concept which is actually very simple. Okay, but with the help of this two pointers concept we'll be able to solve many problems. Okay, and also it is one of the very important approach, because whenever you are trying to bring your normal brute force code to a optimized code, this actually helps you a lot. Okay, and it is very simple. So let me tell you the logic of how these two pointers actually work. Okay, yes. So here this is my array. Okay, and I'll give indexing 0. Please don't check, please don't see these numbers and all, wait, or else. Okay, I will make use of paint better. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have my array, which is an even indexed array. It can also be an odd length array. Also, that's nothing. Okay, so I'm going to find two pointers. Pointer means actually you know, right? Pointer means it is going to point some value. People who know, who have prior knowledge on any other programming languages, you people might have known. Like in C and all, we use the concept of pointer. We used to put something like star pointer. In C++ also we'll be making use of that, but I'm not referring to that pointer over here. This pointer is, it is very simple. It is not the actual pointer which we use to reference a memory variable. No? It is actually two variables. That's it. Okay. So let me have two variables. Let's say left and right. Okay. And in my case, I want to check palindrome, right? So let me give something as R A C C A R. Okay, so this is going to be my string. And you people know, whenever we are writing a particular string, we'll be able to access the elements with the help of indexing. So let me index it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and one more thing, in Java we only have forward indexing. There is no concept of backward indexing. Okay, uh, okay, backward indexing we have in Python. Okay, so this is going to be my something I'll assign str object. So what I'll be doing is I'll be making use of these two pointers. Okay, so first of all, let me assign my left pointer to the first index, which means to the 0th index. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this left pointer to the first element of my string. Okay, and next I'm going to point my right pointer to the last element of my string. Okay, so for this condition you can give something like int left is equal to 0 and int right is equal to str dot length minus 1. Okay, str dot length, here length is a method, that's why I'm using open braces and close braces. Okay, but when you try to retrieve the length of an array, what we used was, it was just arr dot length. You have to find the difference over here. Okay, and yeah, left is equal to 0 you are assigning, and you are assigning the right value. Okay, so yes, now what you'll be doing, you'll be checking whether the element which is present at left and right are same or not. Okay, yes, in this condition the element which is present at my left is also same as element which is present at my right. So what I'll be doing is I'll be incrementing my left and I'll be decrementing my right only when both the elements are same. Okay, left becomes to my index 1, and now my right pointer will come here. Okay, again it checks whether the element which is present at left and right are same or not. Yes, that is same, that is equal, right? So this is also is getting matched. So next again what I'll be doing is, let me take some other color. What I'll be doing is, again I'll be incrementing my left pointer and I'll be decrementing my right pointer. Okay, I'll be checking whether my elements at left and right are same or not. Yes, that is same, right? So again, what I'll be doing? Again, now I'll increment my left pointer. So my left pointer comes here. This is my current left pointer. And my right pointer comes here. So this is my right pointer. So again, if I am checking, does that make any sense? Because already I have checked that. So again, if I'm going, to check entirely also, already I have checked that. Okay. So the main ideology over here is what is, you are not going to, pass through the entire array or the entire string in order to check the palindrome. You are just going to break it down into its half, and you are checking whether the corresponding, two elements are same or not. Okay, for example, in this case, let us say, for example, the next case, let us have something D over here. Okay, D. So let's see what happens. Your left pointer will be pointing over here and your right pointer will be pointing over here. Okay, you'll be checking whether element at left and right are same or not. No, here it is R and here it is D. If your element at left and right is not equal, then that time itself you can return stating that it is not a palindrome. Okay, and this condition, you have to run it in a loop until some condition, right? What is that condition? Until my left is less than or equal to R. Okay, until this condition holds true, I'll be running the entire loop. So this is actually nothing but, see, whenever you're trying to traverse the entire array and you're going to apply some manipulation, or you're going to do some calculation, or I mean, if you're going to traverse the entire array with the help of a single for loop, then it is called as time complexity of O of n. Okay, and here in this case, you're going to make use of the two pointers approach. Here you're actually breaking your time to O of n by 2, because only half of the array is getting, half of the array is getting, or half of the string is getting checked with the another half. Okay, and this you can also use in arrays also. This you can use in order to reverse your entire array, and all you can do this. Okay, and there are many questions which is based on two pointers, and here I'm making use of O of one complex space complexity, because I'm not making use of any extra variables, or I'm not making use of any variables which is dynamic, so I'm not making use of any memory space and all. Okay, so this is the two pointers approach, and if you go and see the two pointers concept and lead code and all, two pointers lead code. So if you're seeing two pointers concept and all, you'll be having some, see, 215 questions you are having. Container with most water, 3 sum, remove n node, next permutation. You are having many sums, okay? And this is a very important sum, because it actually, it's a very good application of two pointers, and you can go try solving it. And yes, partition list, you're having 215 problems. You can go and solve it uh, with the help of two pointers, because it actually helps you to optimize your code. So guys, are you clear with the two pointers concept, or do you have any doubt until this? If not, we'll move on with the introduction to OOPS. Hmm. I'll tell you an example. Let me give R A C A R. Okay. So let me give indexing 3, 4. So what I said will be, pointing my left pointer to my very first element and my right pointer to the last element. Okay. And if both my characters at left and right are same, I'm going to increment my left pointer and I'm going to decrement my right pointer. Okay. And one more thing which I said was, I'm going to run this loop until the condition left is less than or equal to right. Okay, these are all the key things. So I'll be checking here whether my character at right and left are same. It is same, right? So I'll be incrementing my left. So my left comes over here and I'll be decrementing my right. My right comes over here. And I'll be checking whether my characters at left and right are same. Yes, it is same. Okay, and my condition is also satisfying. 1 is less than or equal to 3, right? Yes. Again, next loop runs. Now my control comes here, left comes here, right comes here. I'll be checking whether my left and right are same. Yes, it is same. C, right? C is same. So here the condition is 2 is less than or equal to 2. It is correct only, right? Yes, it is correct. Now again, uh, C is same at left and right, right? So again, I'll be incrementing my left pointer and I'll be decrementing my right pointer. So my left comes over here, my right comes over here. So it checks now. Now my left is 3 and my right is 1. Is 3 less than or equal to 1? No, right? So my loop terminates. So yes. Okay. So Sonal, is that clear? If you want to, give you the logic of how two pointers work, I'll show you that as well. Okay. So first of all, I'll, set my left pointer is equal to 0. Okay. And string, um, let's give something as, I'll give string input is equal to RACAR. Okay. Int left is equal to 0 and int right is equal to input dot length minus 1. Okay, so this is my two pointers approach. Okay, yes, so it is giving me like that. Okay, okay, I'll do a thing. Let me write a separate boolean method. Static boolean is palindrome, and I'll pass me string input. Okay, and here I'm having my local variables as left and right. Here I'm having, and now I'm writing while left is, it's given, while left is less than or equal to right, what happens? I'll be checking if left input dot char at left uh, dot equals doesn't work, dot equals input dot character at right. That time what I'll do is, it's not dot equals, it is double equal to, input dot character at left is equal to input dot character at right, then I'll tell my left pointer to increment and my right pointer to decrement. Okay, if this condition is not getting satisfied, directly I'll return my else block, return false. Okay, and if it is a palindrome, eh, correctly this loop will be getting executed and it terminates. Okay, so after terminating I'll return true. Oh, this is the entire. Yes. So here I'll be passing my input and I'll be telling if I'll be making a method call. If is palindrome of input, then I'll print input is a palindrome. Else I'll print is not a palindrome. This is my two pointed logic. Okay. Yes, it is giving me. Yes, it is giving me RAC. Eraser is a palindrome. If I'm going to give any even means, even character means, so it will work now also. This giving is a palindrome. If I'm giving your name, Sonal Diwani, right? If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure about the spelling. If that is a mistake, don't mistake me. Okay, so it is not a palindrome. So now is that fine, Sonal? Okay, great, clear. Okay, so next thing we'll see about oops. Okay, okay, a small quiz. So guys, I just want you people to let me know what is the meaning of time and space complexity. Yesterday itself we have discussed about that. So can you let me know what is the meaning of time and space complexity? Need your response. Like, can you tell me what is the meaning of time and space complexity? Anyone can let me know. Mahak and Sonal, can you let me know? People, after this, let's take that 5 minute break, okay? Because it's 8, right? We'll take a 5 minute break. We'll come, okay? Coolly, we'll learn about OOPS concepts. It'll be very interesting, okay? And we'll see more things on that. We'll see more about what is a class, what is an object, what is a constructor, what is interface, what is an inheritance, what is like polymorphism. We'll be seeing all those things, okay? Time complexity determines time required to execute any program, okay? Okay, time taken for execution is time complexity, okay. What do you mean by space complexity? Okay. How much time it takes to complete. Space means how much space it takes. It takes means what? Okay, means how the execution time of an algorithm scale. Yes, okay. Okay, guys. So I want to thank for like people who have answered my question. Okay, so yes, space required from the memory for the execution. So whenever like you are telling about the space complexity, you should not include the space which is required for inputs and outputs. Okay, so excluding the space which is required for inputs and outputs, what and all space is considered, it is actually termed as space complexity. And when it comes to time, we are having more time complexity variations and all. We are having big O notation, omega notation, theta notation and all. So Actually, this is not a DSA class, but I want you people to go and explore on those things as well. And whenever you are writing in interview, also whenever you are writing a certain code snippet and logic, I mean to the interviewer, you can also tell the time complexity and space complexity if they are not explicitly specifying. Also, if you're telling if you're giving the code with all those complexities calculations, so you'll be having a good impression. Okay, so yes. Okay, by the algorithm. It is not by the algorithm. It is something like how much time or the way how you're going to manipulate your or the way how you're going to handle your problem. Okay, and the time which is required in order to solve that particular problem. Okay. Yes. So guys, let's take a 5 minute break. Okay. So at 8:07, we'll be beginning the session. We'll be starting with the OOPS concepts. Okay, and be ready. There are more things to learn. Until 9, if I'm able to complete it earlier itself, I'll conduct that quiz. Otherwise, I'm having another meeting at 9 as well. Okay. So yes. So you can take the 5 minute break. Let's meet at 8:07. Okay. Yes. And in between this time, if you people have any doubts regarding the concepts until which we have seen, or do you want me to explain any other concept in Java, you can let me know in the chat. Okay. Yes. Yes. So I hope you took a good break, a 5 minute break. Yes. Now we'll discuss about oops. Okay. So in my first session itself, I have told you about why we are calling Java as a oops language, because here we are going to represent everything in the form of classes and objects only. And I guess in the first day itself, I have given you an example of the student class, how we are going to write, like for a particular student class, how we are going to write different uh, I mean, we are going to create new records and how we are going to make use of a single class and all we have seen. Okay. But again, we'll be seeing some other use case with which I'll be going to explain you about what is a class and what is an object. Okay. So this oops. In oops, like there is four major things which comprises of this oops, which is nothing but inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction and encapsulation. Okay. So we are having different types of inheritance as well. First, let's understand clearly what is a class and what is an object, then we'll be moving ahead. Okay. Yes. So, and people uh, with this oops concept only, actually the problems are going to be solved. So whatever, if you want to solve a particular problem, you'll be making use of this oops concept. For example, if you are given a challenge in order to build a console based application which is quite very similar to the IRCTC ticket booking application system, or if people are putting you a problem statement on some other application like taxi booking application, and if you want to create a console based application for that, means you will be making use of all the oops concepts. Okay, so be very very strong in oops, because while interviews it helps you a lot, because people are going to test your oops skills, and there are different rounds. So in the low level design, we used to have a round like low level design, or some people usually call it a system design as well. So in that round they'll be checking you the way how you're building your own logics, what and all the oops concepts you're using. Okay, so let's see those concepts. Yes, so this is Eclipse IDE, and I hope you people know more about packages and all, I guess. So, packages means in the first class itself, I have said it is collection of classes. So, for example, this is going to be my package, okay, and inside this package, I'm having this four classes. So, collection of these four classes comes under one package. So, first of all, this application I have done it with the help of oops concepts only, and I will first show you a demo of this first. Okay. Okay. Yes. So see here, it is actually console based application. So I hope you have done some projects like this and all. Web means the UI will be displaying all those things. So first of all, I'm going to book my ticket. I'm going to enter my name, okay, and I'm going to enter my age, and I'm going to enter my birth preference. Say I'm giving upper, okay. And next thing, I'm going to book my ticket, and I'll be giving some other name, some other age, birth preference lower. So when I want to display the confirmed list, I'll be giving 3. So when I give 3, the passenger's ticket ID with their name, age, the seat preference, okay, and the number and all will be getting displayed, okay, with the ID. So here actually I have like here I have given the range as, for upper berth there is 2 availability, and for lower berth 2 availability is there, and for middle 2 availability is there. So if it is going to exceed my availability, for example, here I have designed this application in a way that 6 members will be able to reserve their tickets. I mean, in the sense it's a demo application, right? So 6 people will be able to book the tickets, and if the count is exceeding 6, then they will be sent to the RAC list. Okay, and in RAC list also I'm having some threshold. If RAC list is also getting filled, then I'll be moving all those passengers to my waiting list. And if any passengers from a confirmed list is actually going to drop their tickets, then according to the order, whoever comes first in my RAC queue, they are going to they are going to promote it to the confirmed list. So I hope you people is understanding what I'm trying to say. It is something like how actually our ticket booking system, our IRCTC works. Okay, so I have actually created a prototype of that IRCTC platform only. Okay, and based on my age and all, I'm going to allot. Because usually people with higher age, older age, they'll be given lower preferences, right? Lower births, right? Okay. So yes, this is the application which I have created, and if people want to display the confirmed list, also they have to they must be able to see that. If they want to see the RAC list also, they must be able to see the waiting also, they must be able to see that. Okay, so this is actually a use case. See, um, I'll be showing you the question itself. In Zoho at round 3, there'll be. Why I'm getting like this? Yes. In Zoho, round 3, ticket booking. Ticket booking question. See here. Here the question for round 3 have given us like this. So you write an application for booking railway ticket reservation system. The application should have 4 functionalities. So they'll be telling you what and all the functionalities it must have, and they'll be giving the constraints like this. Here they are telling that total 63 berths must be there for 63 confirmed tickets, 9 berths for 18 RAC tickets, and 10 tickets in the waiting list. So like this, they'll be giving some conditions or some constraints which you have to follow in order to build your entire application, and you'll be making use of OOPS concept in order to build this entire thing. So before learning something, we have to know where we are going to apply. So you hope before learning OOPS, people who are unclear about these things, you might have an idea like if you want to create a console based application, if you want to create an application, obviously OOPS plays a vital role over there. Okay, and next thing is what I was about to tell. Yes. So next thing, that itself I have said you about what is a class and what is an object. So I think this picture is very expressive. So see, I have already said class is nothing but class will be the blueprint. Class is something like the blueprint of an object. Okay. So here I'll be writing a template. So in my car class, I'll be having the properties. Properties means properties are also known as instance variables. Okay, properties or instance variables means the variables which is present inside the class which you're going to make use of. Okay, so here color, price, kilometer, model. For every car you take, whether it is any brand, apart from brand, manufacturer, apart from everything, if you take a car, it has some default properties like color, price, kilometers, means mileage, model. It has these common properties, right? Next, whenever you're considering any car, you'll be having a generic behavior of what car will do. It will start, it will go reverse, it will go front, or it will stop. These are all, irrespective of the brand, model, manufacturer, everything. These are all the basic properties or basic things which a car has. So for that, what I'm going to do is, in my class, I'll be going to write a template. So I have written a template over here. So this I have created an object. For example, let's say this is Audi car, right? So from this template class, I'm going to create an object, okay, where I'll be passing my color as red. Price is this is a old image, I guess. It is not 23,000 and all now Audi, and the model is Audi, okay, and the kilometer is 1200. Okay, something, some random value they have given, and these are all the methods. So this is a template. From that, I'm going to create an object, and according to that object, whatever properties it possesses, I'm going to change the corresponding values. So if I want to make use of the properties, or if I want to make use of the methods which is present in that in a class, I want to create an object for that. using objects only, I'll be able to access the properties and methods of a class. But if your class is static, okay, if your class is static, then there is no need to create objects and all. Okay. And next thing, here it is Java constructors. So before, yes, I'll be showing you a demo. Let me be done it sample. Okay, I'll delete this. Okay, so here in this package, let me create a file, which is, let me create a class which is student.java. Type already exists. Okay, let me create. Sorry, here we are not supposed to create .java. Type already exists. I'll be giving employee. Okay, so yes, I have a class over here. See, here I'm giving public class, so my file name and my class name must be same. Okay, so here, first of all, let me give some basic thing which an employee have. Instance variables is yes, instance variables. I have some string ID. Okay, an employee will be having emp ID, and they'll be having emp name, and they'll be having some department. Let's say my department is going to be a common one. My department is I'm going to give some HR, something like this. Okay, yes. And now yes, so I want to pass these values from a user input. Here just I'm giving a template that an employee will have the basic things, which is employee ID, employee name, department, where he is, like where he is what to say, working. Or we will also be including float salary, okay, because he also have a salary. And department also I'll be giving us user input only. Okay, so this time what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a constructor, because whatever values the user is going to give in the main method, I want to pass it into this class and I want to assign it, right? So for this I'll be making use of constructor. Okay, and constructor, it is of two types. One is default constructor and another one is parameterized constructor. Okay, next thing, constructors is very similar to method. Constructor is very similar to method. It is actually used in order to define your variables, but only one condition, it does not have any return type. So your constructors will not return anything in your program. Okay, so it is actually being used for certain purposes, and it also does some computation task or some task which is quite similar to a method, but only one difference between a method and a constructor is a constructor will never have a return type. Okay, and constructor name and your class name must be same. Whatever the class name you have, that only must be your constructor name also. And there are two types of constructors, as I have said. One is default and another one is parameterized. Default constructor means it is nothing but, here I'm going to create employee. This is my constructor. Okay, my constructor name is same as my class name, and inside I'm not going to pass any parameters. Now here I can override the logic of my default constructor. Okay, next thing, parameterized constructor, which means I'm going to pass some parameters inside that. It is termed as parameterized constructor. For example, I'm going to create another constructor, parameterized constructor employee. They'll be passing string ID string name and float salary, then string department. Okay, and I'll be assigning it id is equal to, sorry, emp id is equal to id, then emp name is equal to name, then salary is equal to sal, and department is equal to department. DEPT, department is equal to department. Okay, so these are all the variables which is coming from a user input, and these are all my class variables. Okay, so I'm going to assign it. And one more thing about default constructor, whenever you're creating a class, automatically a default constructor is created by Java. Okay, if you want to, if you want to override that default constructor also, it is possible. Okay, that's why I have given this for you. Next, let me give class main. In my class main, I'm going to write my main method, public static void main string args. Okay, and I'm going to create an object for this employee class. So object creation. Employee emp1 is equal to new employee id 1. Id is string, right? 1. Kirti is the name. Let me give some salary. And department is developer. Okay. Em. Okay. See, here, in order to create an object, we'll be making use of new keyword, and here it is class name. Here it is constructor. Here it is default. It is parameterized constructor, because inside my constructor I'm going to pass some parameters. Okay, and I'm not having any methods over here. As far I have only created some instance variables, and I have just created some constructors. Now I'm going to create a method. Okay, so let me create a method which displays all these values. Public, void display. I think that void display. Okay, it is going to print system dot println emp id, emp name, salary, and my department. Okay, so it is a alt shift x. Okay. So I have created the object, but I have not called the corresponding method. So I want to give emp1 dot display. Yes, now you'll be able to see the output. Yes, see, now you'll be able to see my output. Okay, now you are able to see my output. So let me create another object. Employee emp2 is equal to new employee. Let me pass another value. And emp2 dot display. So whenever I'm going to call this, it will be so guys. Yes, so okay, this is more values is there. That's why it has given me in e power 7 format. Text. Yes, see, I have created another object. So this is is the concept of class and object and constructors. Okay, so here I'm having a template over here, and if I want to record some 50 or 500 people's record also, I'll be just putting it in the for loop, and one time I'll be creating an object and I'll be making use of that. Okay, and one more thing, next is the usage of this keyword. Okay, so see in this example and all, my instance variables and the variables which is coming from my main method. So my instance variables and my user input variables are different, right? Emp id is different from id, emp name is different from name, salary is different from salary, department is different from dep, right? So let's see, what if I want to use the same name here as well. So I want to use emp id, emp name, salary, and department. Okay, here also I'll be having emp id, emp name, salary, and department. Okay, yes. So will now you'll be receiving the output. Let's check. It is giving null as the output. Why it is giving null? It is giving null. Earlier case it gave me some it gave me the things which I am passing in my input, right? But this time it is giving me null. Why is it so? It is because, see, this is my variables which I'm going to use in my class. Okay, and these are the variables which is going to come from my user input. When my class variables and user input variables are same, my system machine actually don't know which variable belongs to this particular class, which is this particular, like which variable belongs to that particular class, and which is the variable which is coming from my user input and all, I don't know. Because of which I'll be making use of this keyword. If I'm giving this dot empid, then this empid is a variable which is corresponding to my instance variables. In order to make that differentiation, only we'll be making use of this keyword. Not only this, we'll also have super keyword as well. Super keyword is actually given in order to refer to my parent class. This dot, this dot. So this variables and all, it corresponds to my instance variables which is present here. Okay, yes. So when I try to run now, I'll be able to see the output. So this is the usage of this keyword. Okay, next, these are all the constructors. So yes, guys, do you people have any doubts until this? I just want you people to let me know. Do you people have any doubts until this, or is everything okay? Is everything clear? Next, we'll be just seeing about inheritance, polymorphism, method overloading, and method overriding, and then we'll see abstraction and encapsulation. No means you haven't understood, or no doubts. Be very clear, yeah. I'm asking many questions once, right? So, yes, I want you people to drop your answers very, very quickly. What is a constructor, and when will Java create a constructor by its own? I just want you people to let me know, like, what is a constructor and how, when will Java create its own constructor? Okay, so I'm running out of time. So, guys, you're not having any doubts, right? Okay, hoping that you don't have any doubts. Constructor is nothing but it is used in order to create or invoke an instance of an class, and it doesn't have a return type, and my constructor name must be same as my method name. Sorry, constructor name must be same as my class name. Okay, and whenever I'm going to create a class, automatically default constructor is created by Java. Next is inheritance. Inheritance means, as the name suggests, see, here I'm having a mistake. Single inheritance is supported. Okay, don't show this, don't see this image. Okay, don't see this image. I'll be showing you one more image. Okay, inheritance means we know normally in our family also we used to inherit some properties, right? So I mean, if grandparents are there, our parents used to inherit some properties of our grandparents. And myself, like I'll be inheriting some properties from my parents. So inheritance is some properties which is going to resemble in another, right? So, for example, I'm writing a class. Okay, I'm going to write another class. I'm writing class A and I'm writing class B. Okay. If I want to make use of some attributes and some methods which is present in class A, instead of redefining it in class B, what I'll be doing is I'll be just inheriting. I'll be just inheriting class A in class B. So now my class A becomes parent class and my class B becomes child class. Okay. So see, I'm going to write a particular I'm going to write some variables and methods here, okay, in class A. Again, in class B, if I want to make use of those things, I'll not rewrite it again. What I'll do is I'll just inherit this class A and class B so that I'll be able to make use of this class A. So, what and all, whenever you're inheriting, whenever my B class is inheriting A class, whatever attributes, whatever variables, whatever methods A has, I'll be able to use it in my B class as well. Okay. And this class is called as my base class or parent class. And this is called as my child class or derived class. Okay. Yes. So here it is something like this. So animal is a common template which will have some normal properties, right? Some common properties. So from my animal class, dog class is also going to inherit some properties, and cat class is also going to inherit some properties. And this I have said base class, derived class. Okay. And let me show you an example of inheritance. And in order to inherit one class from another class, we will use the keyword extends. Okay. So let me write, yes. So let me write a class uh, employee, class organization. Okay. And here let me give the department. I'm going to make use of the department from here. Okay, so here I'm giving a variable department. Okay, so now I haven't inherited my organization class in my employee class. Okay, that's why it is giving me an error here, because department is not there in my employee class. So department variable is not there because I have removed it from here, but I have added it in my organization class. Okay, so if I'm using extends keyword and if I'm inheriting my organization class, then what happens? This error will not be there because I have inherited organization class into employee class. So I'll be able to make use of all the variables, all the methods which is present in my organization class in my employee class. So if I'm going to give I'll be giving this method there itself. Void display. Let me give it there. Void display. Okay. OEMPAD. Okay. Let this method be here, and let this method be something like void parent. This is a parent class. Okay, so I'll be just creating an object, and if I'm giving emp1 dot parent, emp, okay, emp2 same one. Okay, see, I'm not even having my parent method inside my employee class, but after extending from my organization, I'm able to make use of the parent method as well. Okay, that's why whenever I'm creating an object for my employee class, I'm also able to make use of the methods, and also I'm making use of department variable. Also here I'm assigning it. Okay, so this is actually known as inheritance. Okay, And next thing, we are having different types of inheritance. Okay. We are having different types of inheritance. Okay, so I'm giving you an over, I mean, like, I'm giving you an example for inheritance, and I'm telling you, if you are if you want to know more detailedly, like, I mean, like, you can explore all the types of inheritance. Okay, then only you will be able to do it in the console based application things and all. Okay, so wait, I'll be sure. Yes, this is single inheritance. Okay, B is going to inherit my A class. Only one inheritance is going to be. This is multi-level. So my C class is going to inherit some properties from my B class, and my B class is going to inherit some properties from my A class. So this is multi-level inheritance. Inheritance is going to take place in I mean, between multiple classes. Okay, and next thing, hierarchical. From one class I'm going to have three derived class. Okay, so my A class is going to be the base class, so B is going to extend A, C is going to extend A, and D is going to extend A. This is known as hierarchical. Then hybrid, come to hybrid. Okay, hybrid. Here A, B, C, D. D is going to inherit my classes B and C. Okay, and B and C, they are going to inherit my class A. Okay, so this is actually what is known as hybrid inheritance. And when it comes to multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Okay, via classes, I mean, with the help of classes, it is not supported in Java. But if you are going to make use of the concept interface, you'll be able to implement this multiple inheritance. Okay, yes, if you are going to make use of interface, then you will be able to make use of multiple inheritance. Interface is nothing but, see, whenever you are, it is something like this. See, you are working on a big project. Okay, and now some 20 developers are working, and it is a very big project that it contains thousands of lines of code. Okay, but usually for a single book also we used to have something like contents, right? So something like that, in an interface what we'll be having is, we'll be having all the variables which I'm going to use it in my project, and all the methods which I'm going to use it in my project, all the data I'll be having. Means all the methods declaration alone, not definition, just declaration alone I'll be having. So what and all the methods, variables I'm going to use it in my project, I'll be having it. It is something kind of I mean, storing like index we used to have. I mean, it is something storing what and all the things which I'm going to use it in my project. Okay, so yes, that is interface. Next is, I'll be just dealing with the very very important concepts. Okay, yes, we'll be able to complete it. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is, it is very simple. For example, you take a simple person. Okay, let's take a professor. Okay, in when he comes to college, he takes the role of a professor. Okay, but when he is going to his home, he takes the role of a, for example, let's take a parent. Okay, and whenever he is going to another place, he takes that particular role. Human is common, means a person is same, but according to different scenarios and different situations is going to take role of different things, right? So like that only here, the, like, this thing is same, but according to different cars, it changes. But this is the common thing. For example, we are, if you're having something like, what to say, um they're having something, what example can I give? It is something like this. For example, you take a common person. Okay, in common person, according to different scenarios we'll be taking different roles. So in my home I am a daughter. Okay, and when I'm coming to school I am a student. When I'm coming to college I am a student. When I'm coming to my office I am an employee. Whenever I'm like, going somewhere, or whenever I'm in some shops, I'm going to take the role of a customer. Okay, so this is something like that. A single method can take different roles, can act differently. Okay, so we do have two types of polymorphism in Java. One is compile time and another one is runtime. Okay, compile time is nothing but compile time. Under compile time we are having method overloading. Okay, in method overloading it is very simple. I'll be showing you an demo. Okay, in method overloading, what uh, is the meaning of method overloading in essence? See, you're actually going to have two methods of same name. Okay, and they're going to have different parameters. For example, addition is going to be my method name, int a comma int b. Okay, again I'm going to have same method name addition. I'll be having three parameters, so there will be a change in the parameters. I mean, there will be difference in the parameters. Okay, and again I'm going to have addition method. Here, in first case two parameters is there, and in next case three parameters is there. So here difference in parameters. Okay, now in this case again I'll be having only two parameters, but I'll be changing the data type of my parameters. So here it is int a and int b, here it is int a and float b. Okay, so this is known as method overloading. Okay, and in method overriding it is nothing but, as the name suggests, you're going to override the context of a particular method. Okay, so I'll show you a demo of method overloading and method overriding. Okay, and this is very very important because people will question your method overloading and method overriding. Okay, after finishing this I'll take some, I think 10 minutes to complete that. And okay, I'll be having time. Okay, because at 9 I'm having another work as well. Okay, so it's method overloading, right? Yes. So I'll take all these things. Okay, so let me have a method. Okay, it is int addition int a comma int b. I'm going to print system dot out. Oh, it's not int what, println a plus b. Okay, and again I'll be having the same method name. I'm going to overload a method. Next, int a comma int b comma int c, a plus b plus c. Int a comma float b. You guys are able to follow, right? You can drop me in the chat. Please be okay. Yes. See, now I'm going to show you a demo of how I'll be creating default constructor also. Okay, here I'm having three methods over here. Addition. Here I'm going to pass two parameters of int type. Here also addition, where I'm going to pass only three parameters. Here also addition, I'm going to pass two parameters. One is of int and another one is of float. Okay, now see the magic. Here let me create an object. Employee e1 is equal to new employee. Okay, so this is a default constructor. I'm not passing any parameters inside this. So if I'm calling e1 dot addition, I mean e1 dot addition, if I'm passing 1 comma 2 comma 3, and e1 dot addition passing 1 comma 4.5, and e 4.5 of e1 dot addition 4 comma 5. Okay, let's see what happens. So I've created an object employee, and I'm going to with the help of that object I'm going to call my method over there. Okay, Yes. See what happens. Wait, I'll also be giving, wait. I'll be giving a metadata kind of thing. It is addition of two int variables. Next, it is addition of three int variables. Next, it is addition of int and float. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So see what happens. When I'm going to pass three parameters, automatically this function addition, this addition is coming into role. This addition is taking the responsibility, and this snippet is getting executed. So it is giving addition of three int variables, and the output is 6. And when I'm going to pass one int and another float, again it is the same method only. But according to my parameters, according to that scenarios, the role of the addition, which addition method to execute, it is taking automatically, right? This is known as method overloading, which is compile time polymorphism. Okay. And if it is method overriding means, I'll be defining a method here. So here I have defined a method, right? I have given void parent, and I'm going to give system.out.println. This is a parent class. I'm going to override this method here, void parent. I'm going to override it as child class. Okay. So let's see. Whenever I'm creating an, this method is being overloaded, right? This method is being overloaded. So whenever I'm creating, yes, see, I'm going to have for my organization class, I'm going to create an object by calling the constructor employee. Okay. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give e2 dot parent. Let's see what happens. This is a child class is being displayed. Okay. This is actually method overriding. Method overriding, because here I'm creating my object for organization class only, but in my organization class I have defined parent classes. Instead I have given to print this is a parent class. Okay. So when I'm going to create an object for a parent class by passing an child class constructor, I'll be able to see the overrided functionality. So here only I have overrided the method, right? So here I'm giving you an example of simple, println statements, but in real-time projects and all, real logics will be overridden. If you need to override something, means you'll be able to override that. Okay. And next thing, abstraction. This is all about polymorphism. Okay. So it consists of two types: compile time and runtime, and this is method overloading and method overriding. Okay. And next thing is abstraction. In abstraction, what you'll be having is abstraction is something like, I'll be giving you a scenario. So we are sending messages in WhatsApp, right? In order to send messages in WhatsApp, what we'll be doing, we'll be just taking the app, we'll be just texting, we'll be just searching the contact for whom we have to send, we'll be just dropping the context, and we'll be sending the send button, right? We won't be we won't deal with the backend logics which actually WhatsApp uses to connect me with that person, and how the text is being converted and how it is being sent to that person. No, it doesn't matter, right? So whatever functionality is required for the user alone is given to the user. only user will be able to see only the methods which is available for them, in the sense what and all functionality which the user actually needs, that is only visible for them, and other backend logics are being abstracted means hidden. Okay, so you're not going to reveal the entire logic, or because people are not going to bother. User actually wants to use that particular application. He or she doesn't need to know what happening, why happening. No, right? So abstraction means it is hiding. You are going to hide the logics which is irrelevant or which is not required for the user to know, and you will be implementing abstraction with the help of static classes and abstract classes. Okay, so static is actually a keyword. I have already said you. Abstract is also a keyword which actually helps in hiding your logics and hiding your sensitive information, and you'll also be making use of interface in abstraction as well. And next thing here is encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but you're going to encapsulate. You have seen this capsule, right? So like capsule, you're going to bind your data and your code logic together, and you're going to work with that. Okay, so this is encapsulation. So I know you people know what is method overloading and method overriding, right? So I just want like I want to tell you people something about the resources. Okay, and in order to these are the oops concepts which you have seen, and I'm not having time, because of which I'm not able to cover collections, but I'll be telling you where to learn and what is collections and all. Yes. So before collections, I'll be telling you what and all things you have to prepare for an interview. Okay. So first thing, you have to be very clear. First one will be aptitude round only. Many companies will be following the aptitude round structure only. Okay. And yes, so it doesn't mean that you have to be 100 out of 100 in aptitude, but you have to be in a stage that you have to clear that particular round. And if for example whatever whomever is going to write with you is going to score high marks, means that time you must be in a state to qualify for the next round. So better for the safe side, be strong in aptitude. Okay, and second round is going to be a short coding round where they'll be asking you questions regarding arrays, strings, linked list, trees, uh, then stack queue. Okay, then hash map and all these things and all, they will be asking you in short coding. Okay, and in long coding round they are actually going to ask you everything about LLD, low level design, means the like the things which you have seen until now. Okay, so they can also ask you to develop some console based application, or some companies will be asking you to develop web based applications and all. And after that you will be having technical round, minimum two, I mean maximum two you might have. And next thing, maximum 2 to 3 you'll be having the technical interviews, and after that you'll also be having HR interviews. Okay, so this is the flow how your interview process will be there. And when I was preparing for my interviews for DSA, I used to follow Striver sheet. Okay, so it will be very good. DSA's driver sheet. It is not kind of advertising and all. I used it. In my experience, I'm telling that it is a very good sheet you can follow. So start from the A to Z sheet. So here under every topic you will be given many things, and the flow will be the placement of problems, how the problems are arranged is it will be really very good when it comes to driver sheet. Okay, so yes, in article he might be defining the problem and the three approaches: brute force, better approach, and optimized approach. And here the problem link will also be there. And for people who haven't who have not yet created your lead code GFG accounts and all, please create that. Okay, and start solving your problems. And for LLDs you can you first be very clear on the oops concept. Okay, be very clear, create some small mini projects and all. And after that go to this website, Design Guru's website, and learn this design patterns: creational, structural, and behavioral. Okay, you're having different design patterns over here. why I'm asking you to design pattern means you can make use of these design patterns also in order to implement your LLD logics. And while you're explaining, when you're telling that I have used so and so design patterns, it makes you to stand, it makes you to stand as a unique one among the crowd. Okay, so learn the design patterns and all these things. And yes, so yeah, when it comes to collections in Java, it is nothing but we are having many things when it comes to collections. Yes, this entire thing we have: array list, stack, okay, linked list, hash set, how hash set works, queue, dequeue. Okay, so what I want from you people is go study collections, because if you're taking C and all, in order to create a simple linked list, you want to write struct, you want to write that much code, right? But here you can make use of the collections over here, and hashmap is also there, which helps you to store the data in the form of key value pairs. And you're having hash set and all. Hash set actually allows you to store unique elements in your this thing. And array list, you're having many predefined functions in Java. Okay, so be very clear, strong with the collections as well. And yes, so this is all about the syllabus, and this is all about the entire Java workshop. So guys, if you're having any doubt, you can let me know. What is the difference between encapsulation and abstraction? Actually, in encapsulation, no, you'll be just like binding your like data and your all the code logic together, so that it is not like it is tightly coupled. Okay, you will be maintaining that logic. Okay, and when it comes to abstraction, you are just going to hide the logic which is not required for the user. For example, you're writing some logics. Okay, uh, some backend logics you're writing, will that like you're going to abstract the things which is not required. In the sense, you're going to hide the data or hide the sensitive information or hide some logics which is not required. It is not only attached to the user, it can be anything. For example, like this, I'm going to create an application, okay, where my admin, I'm going to have two interfaces, an admin and a normal user. Okay, so when I'm giving you know at you I mean admin's class must be abstract and private, because admin's class credentials or abstract admin class logic must not be visible to any of the users, right? So it is something like that. Abstract means you're going to hide. Okay, and when it comes to encapsulation, you're going to you have heard about loosely coupled or tightly coupled, right? So here tightly coupled will be there. Okay, so Mahak, are you clear with that? So guys, are you clear with that? If you're having any doubts, you can ask me in the chat. And next time having another meeting as well at 9. I want to join there as well. So yep. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear with all the concepts? Yes. And I need your feedbacks for this entire workshop. Can you drop that in the chat? And also, if you're having if you're having any doubts, you can mail me, Kirtna Jodi Ramesh at gmail.com. It is my mail ID. Okay, so you can drop me a mail if you're having any doubts regarding any technical questions or any interviews. Okay, so thank you, Mahak. So with this, I am winding up today's session, and my wholehearted wish to Mahak, Komal, Bunny, and Sonal. So Sakshi, you people made my day today. So yes, I'm winding off this entire workshop. Okay, so yes, guys, thank you so much for your patience and cooperation. Thank you all.